vibration from the soil.
Where you can take your life back and put your health into your own hands.
That's right, guys. That's the name of the game. With vibration from the soil, we get back connected to the earth and understand what the living vibration comes forth from the earth. Mother Nature has said, here's your medicine. So let thy food be thy medicine, and understand how vital the earth and the vibration and the frequencies that come from it, all the resources that we need, how they are here for our best interest. And guys, it's a nice Tuesday in the city of Houston. It's a little dreary. I know we're getting ready for the Thanksgiving holiday, so we want to say, everyone, y'all enjoy your holiday, your festivity. I know multitude of people are in the kitchens. The children are off school, so let's make it healthy in the kitchen. Let's make it family. Let's make the vibration of love come alive, and that spirit that is felt between children and parents and mothers is kept alive. You know, we all love each other in an internal way that's giving us our spirit and our soul joy. So that comes through food and healthy eating and healthy thoughts, and let's be that this holiday season, okay?
Also, I just want to come and say welcome to everybody that's tuning in. A special welcome to H-Town. Like you said, we're having some pretty good weather. It's gloomy outside,
Yep.
but it's breezy,
Yep.
nice and comfortable. We also want to
Yep.
thank Boss Up Houston Network.
Boss
We also
Up.
want to thank the Naked Truth.
Naked Truth.
And like I said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Yep. We want
Please like, share, and subscribe.
That's
Hit
right.
that like button and
Please.
keep us moving. Keep us rotating.
Yeah, keep us going to the 2020 to 2021, but bringing you information and knowledge, and helping each and every one of us stay on point to understand that health is key. This journey that we're on, it's never ending. A lot of people juggle or get sidetracked, fall off, yo-yo, but let's understand that you can always jump right back on track and begin to say, hey, I need to empower myself or begin to love myself internally, and that is what's important here, is that you understand who and how vital you are. And so like today, we must give it up, and we're going to start in a series, and this series is designed and all focused on the most precious people upon the planet, and that is the special ladies, you know, the special women, you know.
Also, we want you guys to call in,
Yeah,
right,
call in.
and join.
Yeah,
Please join,
yeah, call in.
832-649-8406.
8406.
So please call in and join. And like my husband was saying, we're doing a series on the women,
For
the
the
woman,
women, for
the
the
mother,
woman, for the
the
woman.
sister,
That's right.
the cousin, the
That's right.
auntie, the
That's
daughter.
right. That's right, the
So
grandma.
we're touching the women. It's going to be,
That's
series
right.
going to be called The Woman's Work.
Right, because during the holidays and during the whole year,
Life.
you hold it all together, and you're so monumental in all the things you do, mothers, daughters, just being, for me, a man, but being the opposite sex. You're to be admired, and you're to be loved in a special way and cherished. And a lot of times men are not thinking what we do to affect your health, and that's just not cool, you know. And we as men, we need to understand what we do to affect a woman's health, and we do that in a lot of ways. So being supportive is one of the first things men can do to support a family member, if she's of the opposite sex, or their wife, or anyone for that sake, a friend. But being understanding, you know, and knowing that there's a lot of weight that women carry each and every day upon their shoulders, just being the nurturers. So give them a round of applause, and show them immense love and gratitude daily, because we as men, we take that for granted. We take it for granted. And studies have been showing that, you know, women in America are having
Are dying.
yeah, are having more illnesses than men, you know, and they're not losing the war, but they have to understand that their health is so vital to the environment, and they shape and form it. So we must help them fight and regain back their health and their love for self. And it's a lot of women who are just so busy doing everything
And that's
they
what I was
must
gonna
do.
say, it's not just the
Yeah.
men, we also put ourselves,
Yeah.
we hold ourselves down.
Right.
We put ourselves last, and
Right.
and it takes us forever to pick up the ball, or
Yes.
sometimes we don't pick up the ball, or we get in depression because we have so much on our plate, and
That's
the
right.
load is so, and we're carrying so much, we wanna take care of our kids, we wanna take care of our husband, and all the things in between, life, church, work, whatever. And a lot of women put themselves on the back burner, and I know that from experience. And when you put yourself on the back burner for so long, it's like getting a tool out the garage and it gets rusty, and you have to warm it up for it to work correctly. And it's the same thing with the women. They struggle with coming back into who they were. And then we find other alternatives
Right.
in unhealthy habits.
That's right.
And it just makes us more hormonal,
Yeah.
have more hormonal imbalance,
Yeah.
and creates more issues.
Right, chaos within.
So I'm excited about this
Yeah.
series.
Chaos within the relationships, not just.
Our moods,
Yeah,
we can't
yeah.
balance our mood
Yeah.
swings. All of it has to do with diet, so.
That's right.
Women, I'm excited about this series. So please, please, please tune in, and please share the video, because there are so many women out in this world that need to be reached.
So we're gonna be focusing on the aspects of the issues that plague women here in America, you know, and that's sad to say, because a lot of the issues that plague women, you would think are for men, or the men used to dominate these diseases, but now women are, you know, going to the forefront, and we can't, you know, have that, you know, because our children are going to be dying before us. Now the women are at high risk of all these diseases, and we have to shift that, guys. We have to turn that around, men and women and children all alike, together collectively. So we know how important it is for us to get behind our mate or our loved ones and encourage them, and give them that added push, or that added hand that they need. Men, you know, we got to step it up. We have to step it up if we truly love our spouses, or, you know, we see our mothers and our daughters, you know, partaking or thinking in situations that are detrimental to them and their health. We have to step in and, you know, guide them in the right way. So we're going to take a short break, but just stay tuned and understand that it's about the woman.
Come back in.
Come back, come back. It's all about you.
Come back
guys.
and surf the wave.
All right, guys.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Remember 832-649-8406, the number to call in. Also, just quick reminder, it's winter. We're still looking for blankets and socks and items for the homeless. Give us a call at that number, 832-649-8406, if you want us to come pick it up, or you can drop.
We're only here from 6 to 7, so you can also comment under the video. You can leave a number or email. Just reach out on social media, which seems to be the best way to reach out, and just
Right.
drop the information down below. Or my Facebook name is Vanda Smith, so you can also send it that way, because we really want to get the ball rolling, because we really want to get out there, and we really want to show our love.
That's right. We must
To the
show
community.
our love. We must show our love. But back to heart disease, you know.
Well, they didn't even know it's heart disease.
I'm sorry.
So, the leading cause of disease in the United States that kills women is heart disease.
It's heart disease.
And I was very, very shocked that is the number one.
I'm not.
That is the number one disease that's killing women in the United States today, is heart disease.
Right. And that's not good, guys. That's not good. because the heart is so essential, you know. And look at women with their heart, how much they have to do, and by bringing life in and then supporting it, and just everything. They're glue. The women are glue, you know, to this planet. They're more than glue, but they keep it all together, you know. What would we do without them, you know? Men, the old cliche, you can't live with them, and if you can't live without them, well,
You can't be born without them either.
you know what I'm saying? It's hand in hand all the time. So a lot of us take it for granted, as I said. But here's what it said. Heart disease. It accounts for more than 25% of females' deaths. Heart disease for women in America, the most common form of heart disease is a condition called coronary artery disease, CAD. You know, and which is plaque buildup, which damages the artery walls and limits the heart access to blood. Okay, a combination of healthy nutrition and regular exercise can help prevent heart disease.
So that they're saying that's what makes it even more scarier, because they're saying proper nutrition and regular exercise can prevent this, but that's the leading cause of death for women in the
Right.
United States.
That's right.
But I think people's forgetting how vital the heart is, because the heart is pumping blood to every organ.
That's right.
It's pumping blood to
That's right.
all parts of the body. So that's what's mind-boggling to me, is that people aren't appreciating how important the heart is and how much responsibility the heart is. You might as well
Right.
say the heart is a female, because
Right.
it has to pump blood to all
It
parts
has
of
to
the body.
nourish every other part of the body through the blood, you know. Come on, we gotta understand and get it. And like I said, there's a universe going on out here that we can physically see, but there's another universe inside that's living, is doing the same thing. It's connected to you and to the living resources of this earth and the vibrations and the frequencies that are unseen, that are so vital to our existence here. So that's what women truly are as well, you know. So we have to wrap our minds around how vital the workings, the internal workings of our system is, tied to how a woman nourishes her child or her husband, her family, the home, on and on and on. It just never ends for a woman. And I look at my mother, you know, just never stopping, knowing that, hey, they felt it was always their job to have to keep things going afloat, and with that comes a lot of burden. And I know what that burden brings. It brings depression, stress, and anxiety. That's one of the #1 attributes to heart disease, heart attack, strokes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, you know, high cholesterol, and it's all dealing with stress, it's all dealing with anxiety, it's all dealing with depression, and also bad cognitive choices on foods that we consume. But for the women to become #1 in this area, it's a great concern, you know, something that we must turn around real quick, you know. It makes me believe that a lot of men are taking women for granted, you know, because like I said, heart disease, most of it's caused through stress, depression, anxiety. You know,
and there's a lot of women out there. There's fathers too, don't get me wrong,
Right.
but this is about women. But there's a lot of single mothers out there. There's a lot of mothers that are raising children by themselves. So you got to think about that, the stress of that,
Right.
trying to be the mother, and you know, making up for the father not being there. On top of that, like I said, they have responsibility with the children. They have responsibility to take care of the children. They have responsibility to take care of the bills, and then take care of themselves. When a lot of times we secretly only take care of a percentage of ourselves, and that's going to work, dressing nice because you have to dress
Right.
nice to go to work, feed the kids, take care of the house as best as you can. But we do the minimum, the least. Like a lot of us
Internal
are
self-love.
living our dreams and chasing our goals. Like we don't even have time for that, because we're chasing children,
Right.
and we're chasing bills, and we're chasing responsibilities.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to get in a relationship, and now you got to watch out who you're getting with, because you got to watch out what men you have around your children. And then if you haven't grew yet, you're getting in these bad toxic relationships that's still causing havoc. So it's just a constant pain and constant agony that you're putting on your body and you're putting on your heart. So it's
Right.
very, very difficult to be a woman.
And women are more emotional. They're more emotional creatures. So just imagine how much, electrochemicals is being released within a woman, daily from the terrain she must travel through a day, and
And a lot
what
of,
she puts
yeah,
on
you're
herself. She
right.
puts a lot on herself,
And a lot of times we hide behind the mask
Right.
as women.
We
We
hide-
don't,
yeah.
people don't see the agony and the pain and the things that
Right.
we're going through.
Right.
And we hide that. And a lot of times we hide it from our children too. And we hide that behind closed doors in our room. So it's like when we are having that release, we're not doing it in a healthy way.
That's
because
right.
you're behind closed door, you're stressed, you're
Venting, yeah.
depressed, you're venting, you're having outbursts, you're crying, you're up and down like an emotional
Right.
roller coaster. So and a lot of people don't see this, or you're not vulnerable to show people. You don't show people at work, so it's something that you keep to yourself. So you're harboring
Harboring, yeah.
these feelings and these
Right.
emotions.
And these now are chemicals
Yes.
that are acting internally,
Exactly.
that are mixing up the way, your blood flows, messing
Yes.
up the way oxygen is delivered unto the lungs, how oxygen now goes to the brain, all through the blood. So we're chemically just screwing ourselves in knots, to where we're putting the plaque upon our artery walls. We're just not getting enough oxygen, and all of this is due to women who are not really understanding or don't have the right mate to help them calm, take time out and meditate or stretch and read and just, live life in a balance of, certainty, not uncertainty. And we have to provide that, men for women, help them to be more relaxed, stress, what's the opposite of that is, hey, to have them at ease, or to be relaxed, to use their emotions, or to use their makeup, or how a woman was designed to be a positive light. We make her turn negative and just angry, and we shouldn't get to get to these angry points or these fights or these dilemmas. We need to speak in love and learn how to cherish each other. And men, we take it for granted that all these things affect our mates, and we have to be very, very, very cautious of the words we use, the things we do, because it comes back tenfold into the family, And my thing is, how many men have seen when your wife has now emotionally or internally or out of energy or just drained,
I'll take it deeper than that. You see it before.
Yeah.
You see it before you
Right.
get a woman, because
Right.
you see it with your mother.
That's right.
You see your mother go through it,
Right.
and a lot of times you don't recognize it because you're so young. But as you get older and you do get a wife or whatever, you
Mhm.
grow up. Yeah, you see, wow, that's what my mother was struggling with, and that's why my mother was acting that way.
That's
So
right.
that's what I'm saying. This is an ongoing
Process,
situation
yeah.
or problem
It's a
that's been
balance.
occurring. I'm finding with women, like, they feel like they have no life outside of what's in that bubble. And
Right.
I'm learning that from experience. Like, it's okay for me now, I get up early. It's okay for me to read. It's okay for me to want to go work out. It's okay for me to want to go do a dance class. It's okay for me to want to do yoga. Like, a lot of time as a woman, we don't separate ourselves from our children, and I feel like we need to look at it in a different way. Yes, they're supposed to be our life, but they're a part of our life. That's why we raise them, they grow up, and they move on and create a life. So you have to remember that they're in your life, but you are your life, and you're gonna have you when they leave.
Right.
So you need to take care of you.
So, to wrap it up or put it in a whole, women, your energy is constantly being sucked out, being sucked away, taken away, and now you are at a point where you are losing yourself or losing your energy and becoming weak. And that's what happens. It's just like, okay, you have birth. And that child, you gave them all your
Yes.
nutrients. You gave them all your nutrients. And now what are you left with?
Exactly. And
What
you
are
have
you
to
left
build
with?
yourself back up,
That's
regenerate
right.
your
What
body.
are you left with? And that's the same thing right here as you going through life, as they're grade school to middle school, adolescence, and you're still going through that journey or that process, evolving with the child and giving your energy, giving your time.
And that's a lot of times, that's what depression is.
Right.
Depression is when a woman being unbalanced, so she's been depleted and she's not putting the proper nutrients back in to balance herself.
Mhm.
So that's a lot of time where the depression comes from.
Right.
And then you give yourself the leftover energy, which is 9 times out of 10 the tired energy, the
Right.
depleted energy that turns
Yeah.
into a negative energy, and now
Right.
you're in depression, or you're speaking these negative things
That's
about
right.
yourself, but it's because you're not properly putting the proper nutrients in,
Right.
and you're not spending time with yourself.
And a lot of women I have seen or noticed, or they feel unworthy, you know. They've been beat down so much, so hard by men or by systematical things in places, the corporations, you know, their jobs. It could go on and on and on. So with you having a very open, loving heart, you're the one who's affected most through your emotions. And hanging on to those emotions or hanging on to those past hurts, hang-ups, can just send you downward into a spiral of depression and anxiety and just stress that mounts. And if you don't deal with it properly, this is the cause of it. Because like we said in prior shows, podcasts, that stress works on your mind, works on your brain, and shrinks it, and it closes and narrows the blood vessels. Now, not a lot of blood is coming to the heart, to the lungs, to the brain, and this means death, guys. This means stroke.
Heart
this
attacks.
means this means issues, you know,
Heart attacks.
on the horizon. You know, and we don't want to see that for women, as you know, we truly need you guys, you know, truly. I wouldn't know what to do without my wife. I sorely miss my mother. I know how valuable women are to this system here on this planet, that, hey, I believe they were first and they're number one. You know, the things they do, you look at the life that this earth has to be a female. I mean, throw a seed down, what happens? Life.
She sprouts.
Yeah, life.
Every
you know?
time.
Exactly. Why? Because she has all the mechanics right here, just like she does, to produce it. You know, men, we don't. We can't produce life. I mean, we can just throw a seed out, but you know, other than that, that's all we do. You know.
Well, you guys do more than that, but
Well,
you know,
of course.
we're gonna focus on the woman
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
We're gonna
you
get
know,
to the men, but.
no, we just, no, boy. We're negative right now. But seriously, ladies, you're that important to this the whole working of how it all comes together. You are the glue, the super glue, you know, like the superwoman. You are the super glue. So we as men, we must walk around here with our chests, you know, not stuck out, but with our chests ready to go protect, go serve, be the gentleman, be the lovers that we must be, the
And tap
learners.
into that energy, that softer,
Yeah.
female,
Right.
loving,
To understand.
sensitive
Yeah.
energy. It's
Right.
okay for men to be sensitive.
Right.
That's why when your mother comes out, she nurtures you. It's
That's right.
okay for you to be sensitive. Society is lying to you.
That's right, that's right, that's right. We must, because that's how we're gonna get balanced, guys. And that's how we can even this playing field, so that we can help alleviate the stresses in their lives. You know, we can be an advocate, you know, we can be an ally with them instead of on the opposite end of the table, you know. Yeah, butting heads and constantly bickering, you know. These things, hey, this causes the heart attacks and the stress, and your job does that already, you know. We know that children are learning and ever growing and always changing, so that's an avenue where you must you're gonna have to use a lot of balance. You're gonna have to lose a lot of judgment, but you know, all in positive realm. You know, all in a positive manner. So like we homeschool, so I don't try to run from that responsibility. I dive right in there and help my wife, because I know how important it is that she's not holding the whole, you know, she's not holding up the whole table, you know, but that they see it from both ends and both sides of the spectrum and understand how to be balanced themselves, and that mom and dad collectively are agreeing and want to see the outcome and the results be manifested in a positive light. So that's what you have to model. And men, I don't think we've been doing a good job modeling how to care for our mates, or how to help them from stress anxiety and depression. I think we put it on them, and then we walk away, and we give them smart lips and
That's
and
because
harsh
you guys
words.
leave and go out into the world. When you
That's
come
right.
back, you're just as depleted as we were.
That's right.
If we
And
went out or
we
we were in.
Right, and we just throw up our day on our mates, and vice versa. It could go both ways. But this is what we're doing, and collectively we gotta evaluate ourselves and come home with love and leave everything behind, and keep our faith, and keep our hope and what we're seeking for. With heart disease, there are symptoms that we're gonna talk about, so that you can see it coming, see it before it comes, so that you can begin to take the steps to not have this occur, or be something that's hereditary, as they would say, or just something that you
And we want
see
you to
plague your
start
family.
taking the steps today.
That's right, today. And first, let's identify with some of the signs, that will help you understand steps you need to take. And basically the steps is like she said earlier, or like we said earlier, nutrition, and exercise. And those are the steps, and also healthy habits with the communication, not holding on to a lot of the hurt and the hang-ups and the things that have plagued you. So you get plaque upon your arteries, and that's only because of a chemical you're emitting.
But
and
but
foods
that's
you're
what I'm
eating.
saying. You can't release hurt and pain without healing. And healing comes from happiness,
Right.
laughter,
That's right.
achieving goals,
That's right.
replacing that. And
That's
a lot
right.
of women don't do that,
Yeah,
or they think
lost
that
their
they don't
dreams.
have time
That's
for
right.
that.
That's right.
So that's why there's no healing. There's
That's
no
right.
healing just being in a home and doing your everyday
Life,
schedule,
yeah,
unless
life.
you know how to insert healthy
Mm,
habits
yes.
inside of that
That's
schedule,
right.
which is
That's
what
right.
I've learned
That's
to
right.
do the
That's
last
right. Self-love.
3-4 years. But I've really down to perfecting it now in this last 2019.
For habitual, results, So that's what she's trying to do, is put everything in an order of loving myself more, in order with life
I'm
itself.
fighting for myself.
Yeah.
I'm fighting for myself every day.
That's
I'm
right.
fighting for myself against my kids. I'm fighting for myself against my husband. I'm fighting for myself against what I think I should be doing in the house. I'm fighting for myself from them voices telling you you're not good enough because you're not doing those
Mhm.
things. So I'm fighting against all that for me.
Structure,
Because
everything.
I know that a lot of pain that I dealt with, I just harbored it for years. And it made me sad, it made me depressed, it made me sick, it made me unbalanced, and I'm a forgiving person on the outside. Like, I could forgive a person, but then harbor the pain that they done to me.
Right, and that's no good.
And so that's why I say women have to fight for themselves. 2020 vision, we are fighting for ourselves,
That's right.
ladies,
Love internally.
mothers,
That's right.
grandmothers.
So I'll throw out one heart disease or one heart health symptom that if you're experiencing this, ladies, please just make note to yourself that, hey, I need to get evaluated, or I need to find regimens that are going to help me to alleviate this that's going on with me. And one simple heart health sign is cold sweats and dizziness. Okay, doesn't mean there's a heart attack or a stroke, or no, it just means you could maybe have some high blood pressure going on. It could mean that you just got some disruptive digestive problems. But you wanna know that if you've been partaking in foods, you are at a high stress level, you've been experiencing depression and anxiety, you might have a concern here, because the poor blood circulation to your brain will not receive proper blood flow. So the function here is a sign that you might be in danger. So it's about the flow of your blood all day long, guys. I encourage you guys to go watch Game Changers, so that you see the test that they did with the blood with athletes just with one meal. And then you would understand the damage that you've been doing to your body a whole lifetime, and understand that that's the blood you want to take to every other organ to want to heal or repair, or even help you have clarity within your mind, within all your cells. So we have to really
Well,
just
that's-
open our minds and see what we're
Exactly.
doing,
It's
what
just
we're
like
doing.
a pipe. You
Yeah.
don't just go shove anything down your pipe. It's the
Right.
same thing with your body, and I don't understand why people are not understanding this.
So cold sweats and dizziness, guys, could be a sign of some type of heart discomfort. We're going to say chest pains as well, or pressure is also another one. We're going to take a slight break, and we're going to dive back into some of these symptoms, and so then we can get to some of the things you need to do and implement into your lifestyle so that we can wipe heart disease out within our women. All right? Be right back. Vibrations from the soul.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Hey guys, we're back. And like we were saying, guys, chest pains and pressure. As we keep telling you, the blood is so vital, so important. So check this out. If you have the chest pains or the pressure, again, may not be a heart attack, might not be a stroke, but these are symptoms that lead to it. So check it out. Chest pain and pressure is called angina. Caused when the heart is not getting enough heart-rich blood. Heart-rich blood. That's why I say go check out Game Changers to understand. On Netflix, because you need heart-rich blood, which is good nutritional blood that flows throughout the body with oxygen, with magnesium in it, and it's healing, it's reversing ailments, it's wiping out cancer. So people who ignore this symptom because they think it's just indigestion, if it's pressure, it is contrasted. It's a sign of heart attack. It is about to happen.
Slight heart attack.
Yeah, it's a slight heart attack that is about to happen. So you could alleviate or not have such a destructive heart attack, and it might be a stroke. But this chest pain means it is about to happen. Things are on the horizon, and what that does mean is there's an issue in the blood. You know, which really is saying within your arteries, okay? And when that happens, guess what? You feel weak. Another symptom, you feel weak. Now, ladies, we don't want you weak. We don't need you weak, you know, because y'all are such strong.
And I've had the chest pains. I've had that type of pain from crying too much or
Right.
being too emotional.
Right, right. You're strong individuals, and you know we need you to stay strengthened. You know, because you're the glue again. You're the glue. Okay, so if you start to sweat and feel weak or nausea and heart pain, it's possible a heart attack. Okay, this is because your arteries start to narrow again. Like we say, this is all the time because we choose not to eat right. And plus we're stressed. So the arteries start to narrow, and there's no proper blood flow throughout the body. Throughout the body, there's no proper blood flow. Understand that. The blood is not flowing properly throughout the body now. You understand? So if the heart doesn't get proper flow, sufficient blood, it will fail. The heart will fail. It needs sufficient blood. So what we eat is what's weakening our heart, and we're not getting sufficient blood. We're getting insufficient blood. You know, we need sufficient blood. We need heart-rich blood. So
flowing,
how
flowing,
yes,
it's flowing like the lakes and
yes,
the ocean,
flowing,
flowing, moving, forever moving.
And men, you need that flowing blood as well, you know, more so. But we all do. We need heart-rich flowing blood to all of our organs, okay? If you're experiencing some flu-like symptoms, fever, fatigue, chest pains as well, can't last for it lasts about 2 to 10 days. You need to go get monitored and go see the doctor and see what's going on, especially if you're over 50 years old. If you're older, 50 going into 60s and your 70s, please go see a physician and see and have your heart tested and see exactly where your levels are. Get your blood tested to see what is going on, because our arteries are caked with plaque, guys, and we have to eliminate that. And I'll tell you and I'll show you things we can do to eliminate that, foods we can take, and how we can get rid of this plaque that's is giving us this heart disease, you know. It's plaguing us, you know, especially our women now, you know, it's plaguing us. So the doctor can give you a test and let you know exactly where you stand, but you can ultimately take these symptoms as concern and begin to move in a positive direction to take your health back in your own hands. So that's what we want you to do. If any of these issues you're experiencing, if any of these symptoms you're experiencing, please start to take matters in your own hand with doing making some right habits and some simple changes, and also see your doctor. If you're having chronic fatigue, tired and sluggish, this could be loss of blood flow to the heart that occurs when large buildup of plaque is in the arteries that carry blood to and from the heart. So you got this passage that's straight to and fro the heart. I mean, and that's main. That's main blood.
Main highway.
And that's the main highway for the blood and the heart to say, hey, we're going to keep beating and doing what we have to do for the rest of you, you know, so that we can nourish the rest of your body, you know. But it has to be heart-rich blood, you know. It has to be nutritional, you know. But we're not supplying our bodies that, okay. So we gotta just stay grip. All right. What I want to say is we're gonna probably take you guys on a video journey and show you one thing that we had prepared, or what we made this week, that is high in magnesium, high in zinc, high in potassium, high in phosphorus, and just something that aids you.
And the reason why I wanted to make this recipe is because foods to avoid is processed meat, soft drinks, butter, soy sauce, canned food, tomato sauce, cheese, and high sodium intake, and deep fried foods. And we know how people love deep fried foods.
Right.
But check it out, guys. There's always another way.
Alternative.
There's always another way, and we gotta remember that and stop remaining so close-minded. So we're about to fry some healthy, beneficial deep fried food for you guys.
Right, and show you that this here is heart health, good for your heart.
So first I have 2 bowls of water, as you can see, because I'm going to be making 2 different types of mushrooms. So I have my king mushroom, which tastes like shrimp. It has the texture of shrimp. And then I also have my oyster mushrooms, which taste more like chicken. So this is what they look like. I'm going to give you a side view. So now I'm just going to open the shrimp and cover them in alkaline water. I love to put my mushrooms in a bowl, a large bowl, and cover them with alkaline water and let them soak and sit in the alkaline water for about 15 to 20 minutes. So now I'm going to cut the king mushrooms in half and put them in alkaline water so they can soak for 15 minutes. So let's get to chopping. So now I have some help. I have extra hands, I have extra help, so we can speed this along. So we're chopping them in half and put them inside the alkaline water. So I had to get a bigger bowl for my oyster mushrooms because they weren't completely covered in alkaline water. And like I told you, I like them to be completely covered in alkaline water. So I'm just going to put them into a bigger bowl so I can do that. These ones I'm cooking for a special party. The king mushrooms I am cooking for us. So now let's get them covered with the alkaline water. Get them all covered so they can marinate in the alkaline water. Push them all down. So here's the oyster mushrooms, and here is the king mushroom. Yes, yes. Next, I'm going to break down my chickpea flour, aka garbanzo bean flour. You can buy it already ground up, or you can grind it up yourself. I got these at Walmart for 88 cents a bag. So now I have my garbanzo bean flour all grounded up and spelt. I love to use garbanzo bean flour because it has a savory taste. It's perfect for breads and deep frying food. So I'm going to mix these two together. Here is some paprika, some basil, thyme, Cajun seasoning, onion powder, and cayenne powder, and sea salt. Just some of the seasonings I'm going to use in my batter. So I have my batter mixed together, and now we're going to add the seasonings. So now that I have all the seasonings together, I'm going to mix them all together so it has an even taste. So let's get it all mixed up. Okay, now I'm going to throw the batter all over the mushrooms that are still wet from pouring out the alkaline water. So they're still wet from the alkaline water, so the batter's just going to stick to them. This is an easy, safe way to batter your mushrooms. Just let them soak in alkaline water, and then just pour the batter on the wet mushrooms, and they will stick themselves. See? Let me bring one up close. So I'm just going to continue to stir for a little bit longer, and now we're ready to deep fry them. So let's go. Let's get ready. Come on. So now I got my little deep fryer ready. This is called the Fry Daddy. I believe I got it from Bed Bath & Beyond for about 30 bucks. And it is amazing. It comes with a lid and it fries absolutely anything. So next I have my grapeseed oil. Yes, we're going to fry in grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is a safe and beneficial oil that you can fry food in. So let's fill it up. So there's a line inside of the deep fryer to let you know how much oil to put in, so that way when you're cooking, whatever you're cooking, your oil doesn't overflow. So let's do that. Now that the oil is hot, we're going to drop our mushrooms in soft and slow. Look at them. They're already turning brown. Aren't they beautiful? See how the oil is rising? That's why you have to fill it up to the line. Look at these babies. I just want you to see how they are frying. They are golden brown. They have the house smelling so delicious, and I just can't wait to eat them. Look how beautiful they are. Look at the crunch. Look at the goldenness color. That's what you want to see. As you can see, they're nice and crunchy and brown, and that's what you want them to look like. So now we're going to take them out and look how golden brown and beautiful they are. Look at this close-up. They are amazing. So now we're just going to continue frying them until we're all finished. But aren't they beautiful? So this is our chicken. It tastes just like chicken. The texture is just like chicken. It's safe, pure, beneficial for the body. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy the recipe. Let me know what you think in the comment below. Okay guys, it's about to go down. So I want to show you. Here is the king mushroom. And I also have, no, this is king. This is king mushroom. And I also have millet, which is an ancient Indian grain. Amazing, alkaline for the body. We also got cayenne pepper, because I love my spice. Some hot sauce, and some avocado. So, I just want you guys to see how crunchy they are. It tastes just like chicken.
Wow. The millet's good. It tastes like dressing, guys. With Thanksgiving coming, millet.
You guys do not know what you're missing.
Oyster mushroom, guys, for all of those who don't know, they're high in fiber, protein, magnesium.
On this.
I made a little avocado dip here.
Good.
We make our own ketchup, so dip them in ketchup.
So there's really no excuses for eating healthy. Even if you're not going to go vegan, even just having healthier habits. If you eat meat, slow down on meat. If you eat dairy, slow down on dairy. There's so many alternatives out there, and they taste just as amazing and healthy with benefits. Like, here's a win-win. You can eat and lose weight at the same time. It's so delicious.
It's good. Very good. Tastes like chicken. Very good, guys.
Well, thanks for watching. Tune in for more recipes. Health is wealth. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So those were king mushrooms.
And oyster.
King mushrooms. I didn't show cooking the oyster mushroom because I was cooking so many at that time. But I also, when I repost the video, I'm gonna put the ingredients, the exact ingredients I use and measurements in the bottom in the link, so you'll be able to get it there. There's all sorts of things that you can fry. We have all sorts of alternatives for people that love chicken, people that love fish. I mean, people that love shrimp. I mean, it is out there, and you would be surprised and you will be amazed. And you will also feel amazing because the food is affecting the body in a positive way instead of a negative way. So you actually can eat with enjoyment and still feel that when you're finished eating. You know, a lot of times you eat bad food, you feel it. As soon as it hits your stomach, you feel the consequences.
Right. So here's a little information on mushrooms, guys. Mushrooms are rich in protein, up to 30% by the weight, plentiful vitamin Bs, have no cholesterol. They have a significant level of cholesterol-lowering molecule, which that's what you need for this heart attack, is that cholesterol in your blood, called Lovastin, the statistics say up to 750,000 people have heart attacks a year. But 600,000 of those people are first timers. You understand how important it is to watch your health and monitor what you're intaking and what you're doing to your body, because 600,000 are new first timers, you know, with these heart diseases. So that's because people are not alert or not aware or believing that they're in danger. You know, they don't have no clue. They have not a clue. And we must have a clue, you know, so we must constantly consume foods that are emitting this plaque out of our arteries. We have to, so consuming 100 milligrams of magnesium daily, you can decrease the risk of stroke by 10%. And guys, that's what mushrooms have in them. They have magnesium. You know, they're fortified with magnesium. 2.8%, if you consume 3 to 2.8 a day, and can alleviate strokes, heart disease, whatever you're going through, lower your cholesterol level, which means folic acid, potassium, and the selenium, and the calcium and the zinc, all will clean out the plaque in the arteries. You know, and this is what heart health, this is what true heart health is, and making your blood rich, you know. So that's what we're looking for, is you getting back to a healthy state with your heart and not letting stress and other symptoms come upon you to weaken you. So we're going to get back to some of the symptoms, and like another one is shortness of breath. So if you are experiencing the shortness of breath, this is meaning that another organ is being affected. Now your lungs are suffering from the loss of blood flow. Understand your blood. I mean, the blood is important. So now the lungs are suffering. Okay, so if your lungs do not receive enough blood, you will not be able to breathe enough air. If you do not breathe enough air, your brain will not receive enough oxygen. Not enough air, shortness of breath, there you go, guys. You're in a hospital. So we must understand how important the blood is and the vessels in our arteries to keep them clean, because we need every functioning part of our body, you know, getting blood, which is giving it oxygen, you know, especially to our brains, you know, so that we can keep in sight of this multitasking generation, or this multitasking universe that we're so adapted into. But believe me, shortness of breath is important. So if you're having that symptom, guys, please look into that as well. Another, and one of the last symptoms we'll speak on about the heart health is insomnia, which is the inability to sleep. So the inability to sleep is having trouble going to sleep, is also associated with depression, anxiety, and stress, you know, so which could lead to heart attacks. So find out what's making you sad or stressed. And a lot of times it's just the environment and the social activities and the things we're up against, you know. We have to step back and do some exercise, which is stretching, which can alleviate some of the tension that we're experiencing.
Stretching relieves it,
Right.
relieves the tension in your muscles, and your stress holds up in your muscles. So that's why it's important to stretch, because you're stretching the stress out of your muscles.
Right.
So when you're not stretching, it's just build up. But I also want to encourage you, if you don't eat walnuts, eat walnuts. Walnuts improve the flexibility of your arteries.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm encouraging you to eat walnuts. There's all types of things you can do. You can put it in.
Flax seeds.
So yes, get on the walnuts, and they're alkaline as well.
Right, and get on the flax seeds, and also some turmeric. But one of the most heart healthy foods or fruits out there is the dates. Please go get dates. If you want to lower your cholesterol, your high blood pressure, strokes and heart attacks, dates. Like I said, consume your mushrooms.
If you don't like
and
dates, mix them in something.
Right.
Grind them up and mix them in a dessert. Mix them in something. You can cook with them, do all sorts of things with them.
Right. Dates remove the plaque that's built up on your arteries. So dates have the chemical makeup to do this. I can't even pronounce the scientific words, but the chemical in dates, the nutrients in dates, goes through the arteries and begins to clean it. But you must consume at least, I think, a half a pound. Let me see, a half a pound of dates. Yeah, half a pound a week. Understand, a half a pound a week.
So that's like 2 to 3 dates a day.
Right. Half a pound, yeah, it could be,
That's
yeah.
what how much Dr. Seuss took, like 3 dates a day.
About 3 to 4 dates a day.
Now, don't go out and eat a half a pound in one day.
No.
Please don't do that,
No.
because they're very, very rich.
Yeah.
And you will find yourself.
Right.
You will find yourself in the restroom.
That's right. Maybe not even that, because they're alkaline too. So
yeah, they're gonna clean you out.
It begins to alkaline your body because they contain magnesium, zinc, calcium, iron, copper. These are the things that are essential nutrients and elements minerals that your body needs that we all are deprived of. And that's the issue. Why we have these issues is because we're eating foods that rob us from true nutrients. And we love these foods that rob us of true nutrients. And then when it's time to put real nutrients back in, hey, our body's in shock. And it's the first thing that, the blood, it's the first thing to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, what's happening to me? You know, so we must understand, hey, we need phytonutrients. We need to consume dates and mushrooms and flax seeds, but don't pound yourself like she said and eat half a pound.
Yeah, we'll make you sick. You gotta put it in slowly.
Yeah. Same
you
thing
gotta
with
introduce
alkaline,
it in.
a good living alkaline water that's not done through electrolysis, same thing. Take it and consume it slowly because it has an alkalinity, and that goes into your system, and it begins to spike levels, you know, especially because it wants to emit toxins and get plaque out of the arteries. It wants to heal all the damage that we've done. So we have to understand that. Let's fight with the resources of the earth, because they have the chemicals that our bodies are adapted to, or that is immune to our bodies, or is available to our systems, you know. Remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays is our day, our show day.
Ooh,
So subscribe.
They're working me over
subscribe. So subscribe and write comments and let us know what you think and what we could do better. But we're here to give you guys the information so you can take your life back in your own hands. And I hope that was helpful, the video. And let us know if you do try frying you some mushrooms, or if you need to know
and again, I have the measurements uploaded with the video.
Yeah, the whole recipe.
And I just had a brain freeze, but I want to encourage women, please start taking care of yourself, or making a plan to do something different to kickstart healthy habits.
Yeah.
To kickstart a cycle of happy habits, even if that's just implementing little
dates every day.
Little,
dates.
Little 5 minute, wherever wherever you can fit it in.
Yeah, dates are loving.
But do it consistent,
That's
consistent,
right.
and that's when you'll reap the benefits.
Yeah, make a date with the dates, seriously, because they love you and they're gonna benefit your body immensely. You know, they do more than just the heart health, because women who are pregnant, I mean, these are awesome for you. The women who are pregnant are coming off of a pregnancy, because like we said, women are always being robbed of their energy and their nutrients because they're always giving life. But we're coming to an end on our podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to this
thank you.
series. Please
right.
come back next Thursday. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. So
That's right.
tune in next Thursday as we continue this series of The Woman's Worth. We're going to talk about break the woman's body down completely, her mental, her physical, her spiritual. So please come back and tune in with us.
How we can love her better.
We want to thank Boss of Houston. We want to thank The Naked Truth, and we want to thank all of the viewers for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe so we can keep the videos spinning, like I said, because there's so many women out there that need to be reached. So these are my children. So when you see me pointing my finger like this a minute ago, that's because they were over there not listening to me on the other side.
This is
Austin.
Stressing
this is
Mama
my
out.
Peanut.
Stressing her out.
This is Summer Rose. This is my Flower. And this, Robo, take that off and come on. And this is Robo, my shy one. This is my tribe.
Yes. So guys, love is this is what the season is about. Is loving each other, family coming together, and understand those who are in the kitchen. You have your family's health in your hands, and that's what Vibration from the Soil is about. Taking your own health back in your hands, and do it through your cooking, do it through your words, do it through your actions and your reactions of love.
And we love you. I'm not even sure we're gonna be here Thursday. Thanksgiving.
We love you and we like you.
Bam.
We're out of here. We love you.